Hello everyone, I am BowserJrXD. Welcome to the NAPA Auto Parts 150 at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. Race 10 of 11 for the ARCA Menards Series West in 2024. So, the penultimate race of the season, the last one coming in 2 weeks. Sean Hingorani has a small points lead over Tyler Reif, and he's in even better equipment to end off the year. Race win equipment, no less. Due to the end of the main ARCA Menards Series, due to the main ARCA Menards Series ending already this year, we have some invaders, some of the Venturi Motorsports vehicles. We got 3 of them in the field. 1, of course, for Sean Hingorani, but 2 for Brent Cruz and Isabella Robusto. It's a 20-car field tonight at the one. I think it's the 3rd mile down in Bakersfield, California. A half mile, okay. And it'll be 150 laps. Ba-da-dum, bum 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 bum. How much longer do I have to wait for this to start? It's past 11 p.m. Eastern. Come on. Why does it take so long? What is taking so long? What is taking so long for this race to start? Hingarani, I mean, favored to win. Oh my god, we're all just waiting for this damn race to begin. I don't know what the hell is... Wait, what the heck? Oh, never mind. That's still their qualifying times. What is taking so long? I mean, I'm trying to stay up to watch the MotoGP race at Thailand at 4 in the morning. Done, but damn. The advertised start time was 11 p.m., I think. Let me check, let me check the ARCA West broadcast schedule. Maybe I was wrong. No, it's at 11 p.m.
Hi, Justin. Reggie Ruggiero again. Here you go. You got number 45. Took you long enough, but hopefully you enjoy that because now you're number 2. And hopefully one day you could be number 1. Hope I'm around long enough to see that. Good luck.
Fine. Oh, cars are coming out now?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to ARCA.
Hold on then. Starting 20th, driving the number 05. Shockwave Marine Suspension Seating Toyota for Shockwave Motorsports. 74 years old from Sydney, British Columbia, Canada, David Smith. Starting 19th, driving the number 12, setting the stage, American Swim Academy, Cover East Chevrolet for Keneally Keller Motorsports. 15 years old from Madera, California, Joey Keneally making his second start of the year. Starting 18th, driving the number 7, Tact Decian, CKB, Jerry Pitts Racing of Toyota for Jerry Pitts Racing. 47 years old from Nagoya, Aichi, Japan, Takuma Koga. Starting 17th, driving the number 21, Impact Transportation, Phillips Brothers Fabrication, Freddy's Tree Service Toyota for Nascimento Motorsports. 17 years old from Manteca, California, Ethan Nascimento making his third start of the year. Starting 16th, driving the number 19, Pacific Office Automation Chevrolet for Bill McAnally Racing. 21 years old from Antelope, California, Eric Johnson Jr. Starting 15th, driving the number 55, Mobile One Toyota for Venturini Motorsports. 19 years old from Fort Mill, South Carolina, Isabella Robusto making her 6th start of the year. Starting 14th, driving the number 4, Impact Transportation, Nascimento Joyner Motorsports Chevrolet for Nascimento Motorsports. 23 years old from Manteca, California, Eric Nascimento making his 5th start of the year. And starting 13th, driving the number 3, Central Coast Cabinets Toyota for Central Coast Racing. 59 years old from Watsonville, California, Todd Souza. Also, the oldest and youngest drivers are in the back row. So the 05 of David Smith, the oldest, and the youngest is Joey Keneally. Starting 12th, driving the number 6, Turn 1 IO Toyota for Jerry Pitts Racing. 17 years old from San Francisco, California, Henry Barton, making his 4th start of the year. And starting 11th, Driving the number 9, Jans Towing, Las Vegas Rentals Ford for Jans Towing Racing. 19 years old from Las Vegas, Nevada, Kyle Keller. Starting now in the top 10, starting 10th, driving the number 20, JBL Toyota for Venturini Motorsports. 16 years old from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Brent Cruz, making his second start of the year. Starting 9th, driving the number 50, High Point Racing, Race Car Factory Ford for High Point Racing. 28 years old from Agora Hills, California, Trevor Huddleston. Starting 8th, driving the number 42, MMI, Sunwest Construction Chevrolet for Cook Racing Technologies. 25 years old from Dawsonville, Georgia, Spencer Davis, making his first start of the year. And starting 7th, driving the number 23, Versatile and Stone, Sigma Performance Services, GMS Fabrication Toyota for Sigma Performance Services. 19 years old from Las Vegas, Nevada, Jaron Giannini, making his 6th start of the year. Starting 6th, driving the number 16, Napa Auto Care Chevrolet for Bill McAnally Racing. 24 years old from Loomis, California, Jack Wood. Starting 5th, driving the number 13, Central Coast Cabinets Toyota for Central Coast Racing. 17 years old from Henderson, Nevada, Tyler Reif. Starting 4th, driving the number 17, H&S Bodywork and Towing Chevrolet for Cook Racing Technologies. 25 years old from Bakersfield, California, Buddy Shepard, making his first start of the year and the highest starting Chevrolet. Starting 3rd, driving the number 5, Cyclone Renewables Truck Stops Toyota for Jerry Pitts Racing. 21 years old from Lake Oswego, Oregon, Cole Raz, making his 4th start of the year. Starting outside pole, driving the number 71, Jans Towing Ford for Jans Towing Racing. 59 years old from Mission Hills, California, Rip Michaels, making his 3rd start of the year as the highest starting Ford. And on the pole, driving the number 15, Fidelity Capital Toyota for Venturini Motorsports. With a pole time of 18.218 seconds and an average speed of 98.803 miles per hour. 18 years old from Newport Beach, California, Sean Hingarani. That is your starting lineup for today's Napa Auto Parts 150. Hi, Fireball. Oh, you're live on your channel? Okay. All right. It'll be 150 laps around the half-mile oval.
Rip Michaels bringing the field through turns 3 and 4.
Here we go.
First, looking him over on the flag stand. You know
we're green at Kern County, and the outside row doesn't get going.
Here at Kevin Harper's
the outside lane doesn't get going. So,
and not a great start
Cole
there
Raz
for
up
Rip
to second,
Michaels in the 71.
and Tyler
He's
Reif
give
to
up
third.
A couple of positions and scramble the field up behind him as Hingarani gets out to a big lead here at the start.
Great. The Hornets.
So now Rip Michaels facing some pressure. Buddy Shepard in the 17. Ooh, Jaron Giannini a little sideways there in the 23 off of turn 2. He's going to give up some ground. And here comes Buddy Shepard and Bruce Cooks, number 17.
I'm going to fix my bed. Hold on a minute.
Good qualifying run for Buddy Shepard, and he is looking strong here in the early going. Are we going to stack him 3 wide? Not quite. But Jack Wood with a great run off of turn 2. He's going to look to the inside of Rip Michaels.
Rip Michaels stuck on the high side,
the racetrack
surrendering positions after
did not get going, and it is not handling very well here in the early going.
But the best, probably the best start for the team's existence with a second place on an outside pole. Michaels back behind.
Already Rip Michaels back
out of the top,
8th.
And he's back to 10th.
Already back to 10th. And facing some pressure, about to drop out of the top 10.
Battle for second going on between Tyler Reif on the inside and Cole Raz on the outside. Cole Raz won here at Kern County in the spring.
There's Buddy Shepard in the 17.
But Hingarani is gone.
Don't forget Cole Raz picked up a thrilling victory here in the spring. Did a little beating and banging.
Reif got a better run. He might get to second.
Nosed him out by just inches at the start-finish line.
He does get there.
Career ARCA Menards Series West
Buddy Shepard putting up a good fight up in 4th, trying to get to 3rd.
Did give up that position to Tyler Reif. Reif all the way up to 2nd. We said he's going to have some work to do if he wanted to stay in contact with Sean Hingorani in that battle for the ARCA Menards Series West Championship, and Reif doing just that here in the early going, all the way up to second.
He started fifth,
we
by
see
the
the
way.
battle on now for
Well, he needs
fourth,
the caution.
fifth, and sixth. Look at this. We are
3 wide, Cole Raz, Jack Wood, Trevor Huddleston. Trevor Huddleston making the move on the inside. Got a good run. He's clear of Wood.
There with that left front corner.
And Huddleston to P4. P4.
Boy, these guys racing hard here in the early going. Just 8 laps in the books, and we're already battling 3 wide. Trevor Huddleston started way out back today, towards the back of the top 10, and he has already worked his way up into 4th. An aggressive move right there to knock off a couple of positions in one pass. Jack Wood in the number 16, he's going to work his way to the past Cole Raz there in the number 5. There's the gap up front. Sean Hingorani over Tyler Reif.
Late night shift.
We have very hectic early stages here at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. Look at that, the brakes already glowing bright orange on that number 20 car for Brent Cruz. Brent picked up a win with the ARCA Menards Series on the dirt at the DuQuoin State Fairgrounds.
So where is it's waiting for the leaderboard to cycle back on my end.
Brent's a former
This is
Trans Am
7th.
TA2 division
Or no,
national
6th.
champion.
He's my thing is
Been very
behind.
competitive
So
each and every time he has
he's going
competed
for
in
he's
the
going
ARCA
for
Menards
7th.
Series platform, and expect to see him moving a little bit closer to the front throughout the course of tonight's race. As we check in on the leader, there's Sean Hingorani. That gap up front has stabilized here in recent laps.
Or did Rip Michaels end up?
Right now that gap sitting
right.
at about 1
11,
1/4
so.
seconds at the front of the
Or,
field.
no, he's in the top 10. 10th.
Eric Johnson Jr. Todd Souza in the number 3 this week. Todd sat out the last race for
Kyle Keller.
Kyle Keller,
Who's
who
now
took over the
racing
ride
against.
in that number 3. Kyle actually in that number 9 car to the inside.
The second Jan's towing car.
Jan's towing entry for team owner Jan Falkenbush. Kyle going to push that car to the inside of Todd Souza. He's going to take over that position. 14th and 15th.
Of course, the Venerini squad is untouchable.
All right, let's check
Huddleston
that
up
gap
to
at the front of
3rd
the
by
field.
Buddy
It was
Shepard. Jack Wood trying to get
1
through to
1/4
4th.
seconds. And now it's just a little less than that. 0.03 of a second difference, but we did look like Tyler Reif starting to visually close that gap just a little bit. Look at this battle for position. Jack Wood to the inside of Buddy Shepard. The battle for 4th and 5th. And Jack Wood in that number 16 car, very hungry for victory. One of the preseason favorites to battle for the championship, and it has been a tough season for Jack Wood.
Yeah, Bill McAnally has been nowhere near close to victory. Jack Woods never hasn't contended. Eric Johnson's been bad, just straight up terrible.
Put a damper on his run to the championship. We thought we would have seen him in victory lane a time or two by this point. And
Jack Wood does not win races. That should be an established fact. I don't know where the money comes from, because all of his sponsors are either Chevrolet or the team sponsors. Like, the 16 is literally fully funded by NAPA. Just like the 19 is in the truck series. So what's the flipping point?
Here in the early going, some going forward,
He's like a leech.
Unfortunately, going backward. As we now have 20 laps in the books, Sean Hingorani continuing to show the way. This is continues to be the best battle for position on the racetrack. Buddy Shepard now trying to hold on.
This is for the sixth
position as
Cole Raz trying to pass.
Inside.
We're 30 laps through.
We did talk about it in our abbreviated pre-race show. We will have a break at or around lap 75.
halfway
these
break.
teams do have
Cars
to
starting to get lapped. David Smith
manage
has been
these
lapped a
tires
couple times.
effectively. They're only gonna be able to change
The leader,
2 tires,
Hingorani,
and we
just
do
lapped
expect
Joey
all of the
Canelli.
teams to
So
change
18
right-side
cars
tires
on the
at
lead
the
lap.
break, but you know, you do. It is a long way. 75 laps is a long way here. You do have to take care of those left side tires to get them to go the entire 150 lap distance. So I think it's likely we will see some drivers pace themselves just a little bit here, maybe in the first half of tonight's 150 lap.
Battle. This is Ethan Nascimento trying to get by Todd Souza.
Todd Souza battling with Ethan Nascimento in the number 21. Ethan had a pretty good run.
The Nascimento cars have actually had, yeah, they've had pretty good runs.
Madera
Top 10
Speedway.
runs in the races they've been in recently.
Career best third place finish for that young man.
There's Eric trying to get by
There's the other
Spencer
half of the
Davis with
Nascimento
Isabella Robusto
brother
in
act.
tow.
Eric Nascimento Jr. to the inside of Spencer Davis in the 42. Battle on for 9th and 10th. And look at that. There's Isabella Robusto in the number 55. Last time we saw Isabella here on the West Coast, she dominated
And lost.
at Irwindale
because
Speedway
of
back on July 6th.
tires,
led
I think.
most of the second half of that race.
It was crushing
Had a
to
right
watch.
tire
I was in
cut down with
Chicago
29 laps
at that point.
remaining and bounced off the outside wall. If not for that tire going down on her, she likely would have ended up in victory lane. And very surprising to see Isabella way outside the top 10 in qualifying.
Didn't qualify
She
well at all.
has
Just passed Spencer
cracked
Davis
her
to
way
get to
through
10.
the field, already cracking up into the top 10.
Let's see, who's Hingorani going to pass next? Oh, so he passed Takuma Koga to lap him.
Jaron Giannini working his way past Buddy Shepard there in the number 17. Shepard giving up a handful of positions here over the course of the last several laps. He now has fallen back into 8th. Was up as high as 4th 10 laps ago. Could be some underlying issues there for the number 17. Look at this.
Trevor Huddleston up to
has
second.
worked his way
He's
past
Huddleston
Tyler
has
Reif.
won the last 2 races.
Huddleston could be a sleeper for the championship. He has gone to victory lane in each of the last 2 races.
Huddleston's too far back to win. Okay.
And is looking solid here tonight. He started at the back of the top 10 and has worked his way all the way up to second.
Henry Barton
And
the
is
lap
now
down,
within 2
leaving
seconds of
16
this
cars
guy,
on the
Sean
lead lap.
Hingorani. Hingorani has led every lap so far, but right now
Todd
Trevor
Souza
Huddleston
a
on the
lap
hunt.
down. 15 cars on the lead lap.
And Huddleston came so close to victory here back in the spring.
Got
Losing out to Cole Raz by inches on that final lap. And it's been a great summer
30 laps
stretch for
complete.
Trevor Huddleston. Of course, got engaged in victory lane. A couple of races back at Madera Speedway. And then led every lap from the pole. Last time out.
Here's
Look at this battle. Brett
Cruz on Jack Wood. This would be for the 4th
Put some
position.
pressure on Jack Wood in the 16. Brent, of course, one of 3 Venerini Motorsports drivers in the race. Jack Wood driving for Bill McAnally Racing in that iconic number 16. That car, the winningest car in the history of the West Series.
I did not know that. That's cool. I think Brendan Gaughan has driven for the team. I want to say that Matt Crafton has driven for the team, although I'm not sure about Matt Crafton. I know Brendan Gaughan
long
did, though.
histories.
He actually tried to qualify for the Cup race at Las
Very
Vegas
long records of
in
success
01.
going at it. Hammer and tong here at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. And right now, Jack Wood going to get the better of that battle.
All right, so Ethan Nascimento a lap down. 14 cars on the
Had to
lead
work
lap.
their way past Todd Souza. And Souza, it doesn't matter if Souza is on the lead lap or not. He is very difficult to pass, whether it's a battle for position or not. He is out there to race. He does not give any quarter. He does not ask for any quarter, but he certainly doesn't give any quarter on the racetrack. We thought we saw a little contact there between Brent Cruz and Jack Wood off of turn 2 last time. Let's see what happens here as we race off into turn 3. Look at those brake rotors glowing bright orange on the number 20. And it looks like Wood going to get pinned behind Todd Souza.
Yep, Cruz is going to get him.
Can he find some racing room?
And here comes Cole Raz.
No, he can't. He's going to give that spot up to Brent Cruz and maybe another spot to Cole Raz.
Jack Wood continuously stuck behind Todd Souza. He's free now, right there, but not free fast enough to lose the 5th spot.
Using Todd Souza as a pick to take over that 4th position. Don't forget, you can log on to ARCARacing.com Monday, 3 o'clock Eastern time, to see who is crowned Reese's Sweet Move of the race.
40 laps
for
complete
tonight's
of
race
150.
here at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. 40 laps in the books.
All right, so
Sean Hingorani closing in on Spencer Davis to put
14th place car.
1 lap down. Spencer sitting back in the 14th position. First ARCA Menards West start for Spencer since 2013 at Phoenix Raceway. Teaming up with Bruce Cook and Steve McGowan to come out here and run this race.
All right.
He gets a little
Spencer Davis a lap down. 13 cars
Thought he was going to be able to
on the lead lap.
The 05 car of David Smith as a pick to keep himself on the lead lap, but Spencer wisely rolled onto the throttle there and gave that position up. Trevor Huddleston in number 50. There's the gap he has on Tyler Reif. Trevor Huddleston trying to keep this championship battle interesting. And if he stays in contact,
hold on a minute.
Anything can happen. At
Davis
Phoenix. We always see one of the biggest entry lists of the season in the finale at Phoenix Raceway.
The leaderboard's kind of broken.
Anything can happen in that finale. Let's see what Huddleston can do. He came into tonight 24 points back of Sean Hingorani. Hingorani picked up the bonus point for the pole and a bonus point for leading. So he has stretched that point lead out to 7 points as they run over Tyler Reif. 26 points over Huddleston. That does not include the points differences for the positions. Those are just points that he has actually scored so far here tonight. You remember the late Bob Jenkins, voice of NASCAR racing on ESPN for many years. Bob famously was not a mathematician, and Charlie is famously even less of a mathematician than Bob Jenkins was. So we'll let other experts do the math as they run. I certainly can do the add one.
There's not enough points left
so far tonight, but
to get the gap.
7 points over Tyler Wright.
Yeah, but
26 over Trevor Huddleston. Huddleston does need, if he were to,
you need to average 13 points a race. Hingorani is not going to fall. He'd have to fall outside the top 10. Unless he crashes, and then Hingorani wins that. I mean, then Huddleston wins that. He won't have enough on average. And even then, with Phoenix, you're going to have ARCA invasion from main ARCA.
Early in the race,
makes it. I bet Zilich will probably win. So
Kyle Keller in the 9 car.
It's completely out of the question for Hingorani to win, in my opinion.
And now our Bounty Rookie Spotlight driver, Eric Johnson Jr. in the number 19, about to go a lap down. That means
no way. Buddy Shepard a lap down. Kyle Keller a lap down. Eric Johnson a lap down. 10 cars on the lead lap, which we have finished. We've cleared 51 laps.
Only the top 10 cars currently on the lead lap, and we are just past the 1/3 mark. So 52 laps in the books. And Hingorani has put half the field a lap down. Kyle Keller in the number 9. He has bounced around a couple of rides here the last few weeks, trying to keep that top 5 status in the ARCA Menards West driver standings. Came into tonight 5th in driver points. Pretty healthy lead over Eric Johnson Jr., the 2 drivers that were battling on the racetrack. So one more race to go, and maybe Kyle Keller can indeed pull off a top 5 in the final driver standings. It's Henry Barton in the number 6. Henry had to drop to the tail of the field for the start. Racing with his teammate there, Takuma Koga in the number 7. Takuma sitting back in the 19th position, while Henry Barton sitting 16th. Sean Hingorani, it's like he's in the drive-thru at Burger King. He is having it his way here tonight. Drive it away from Trevor Huddleston, stretching out that advantage. Let's take a look at the gap between first and second. Now 3.5 seconds over Trevor Huddleston there in the number 50. We do have that midway break coming up at or near lap 75, so just about 17 laps from now. Maybe these teams can make an adjustment, put themselves a little closer to that 15 car, keep him in the same zip code, because right now Hingorani has driven away from.
We are aware.
Tyler Reif and Brent Cruz in that number 20.
Closing in on 3rd.
Brent's going to be looking for that midway break. That car, that number 20 car, looking very stout here throughout the first half of this Napa Auto Parts 150. Of course, Hingorani in one of the Venerini Motorsports.
60 laps complete.
Cruz in the number 20, the second of the Venerini cars. Jaron Giannini in the 23, Eric Nascimento Jr. in the number 4, Isabella Robusto. Those cars all battling for position as they try to wind their way through some of this traffic. Henry Barton in the number 6, Ethan Nascimento in the 21. Those 2 cars not on the lead lap. Quickly approaching the midway break. Clean and green so far through the Napa Auto Parts 150. Giannini looking to the inside of Ethan Nascimento there. Ooh, David Smith in the 05, trying to keep that car as far to the bottom of the racetrack as he could get it. Indeed, he does stay out of the way there as Giannini trying to work his way past Ethan Nascimento. It's a Nascimento sandwich there. Ethan, the younger brother, to the front. Eric Nascimento behind. They're going to start feeling some heat as we see the caution lights flicker on for the first time here tonight.
Kyle Keller.
Kyle Keller in the number 9. You see some sparks. Looks like he may have gotten up into the outside wall and done some damage to that number 9 car. Certainly, the right front tire has gone down as he brings that car down to the pits. And that does put us under the caution for the first time here tonight. with that flat tire. They're going to jack the rear of the car up so they can get the jack under the right side.
Wow, my tire is smoking.
Don't see a lot of damage, so he may not have gotten up into the outside wall, but certainly that right front tire had gone down, forcing our first caution flag of the night. There's Jake Jacobs, ARCA official, down there overseeing activity down in the number 9 pit. Kyle had just fallen off the lead lap, and that unfortunately for him will drop him to 18th on the leaderboard. So Sean Hingorani with the lead, Trevor Huddleston, Tyler Reif, Brent Cruz, and Cole Raz, the top 5 as we work under the caution for the first time here tonight. And that will put 11 cars on the lead lap. Eric Johnson Jr. in the number 19 will be waved around the pace car to pick up the free pass as the first driver 1 lap down at the time of the caution. So Jack Wood in the number 16 scored in the 6th position. Jaron Giannini in the 23 back in 7th. Eric Nascimento, Isabella Robusto, and Rip Michaels rounded out the top 10. And as we said, Eric Johnson Jr. will tag on to the tail of the lead lap in 11th.
Oh, I didn't even see Buddy Shepard is now off track.
Buddy Shepard in the 17 coming down pit road. Big time adjustment on that 17 car, and that is not a surprise. That 17 car started off like a rocket ship. But Buddy had indeed dropped back several positions throughout the second half of that long run. So we'll see if the Bruce Cook, Steve McGowan team can get that car handling the way Buddy wants it to. Lights off on the safety vehicles. We should get the green flag for a short sprint to the halfway break here next time around. Sean Hingorani and Trevor Huddleston up on the front row. Wouldn't it be great for Huddleston if he could get up there and lead a lap here before the midway break and score himself a bonus point? Tyler Reif and Brent Cruz, they're in row 2. Cole Raz, Jack Wood back in row 3. Jaron Giannini and Eric Nascimento in row 4. Coming back to the green flag. Let's see what happens. Can Huddleston get up there and challenge for the lead? No. Reif carries him up the racetrack just a touch. And that allows Hingorani to jump back out into the lead.
Unfortunately, Hingorani goes back to a clear lead. Huddleston clear right.
Huddleston trying to hold on to second now. He's got Tyler Reif to the inside.
Stop fighting. Let one of them catch Hingorani.
Both of these drivers. It's the battle on for second, third, and fourth. Here comes Cole Raz to the inside of Jack Wood. Battle on for fifth.
Hingorani's clear, but does he have anything to compete with Hingorani? We're almost at halfway.
There's Isabella Robusto to the inside of Eric Nascimento.
Next lap complete is halfway.
Robusto looking solid in that 55 car.
All right, now we're halfway.
All she needed was a little track position.
Already skipping that break.
That car is competitive here tonight.
Because we had the
She
caution
started
right before.
Way out back. We are at the halfway point. Do expect to see that caution flag anytime.
7:04 to go.
And there is the caution flag. Just past the lap 75 mark.
All right. Caution is out.
The field does circulate past the start-finish line. Sean Hingorani has led every lap so far. Trevor Huddleston has worked his way up into second. Tyler Reif, Brent Cruz, and Jack Wood round out the top 5. We're going to step away for a quick break here on Flow. When we come back, we'll cover pit stops down in the infield. Stick with us. You're watching the Napa Auto Parts 150. Presented by the West Coast Stock Car Motorsports Hall of Fame.
Halfway.
Retiree of the NAPA Auto Parts 150, presented by West Coast Stock Car Motorsports.
Now we wait for like 5 minutes.
I know Tim was down there earlier. We'll see maybe if we can get some updates from Tim. All right, here we are down pit side. Lovely breaks at the halfway. Reminds me of the old school truck days. Here we are, Sean Hingorani. What a way to not worry about points, brother. Just go out and dominate. This thing is fast. You are a true talent because no matter what you come in, what do you got for me? Pretty good. Fidelity Capital, Toyota Camry. We just got to continue executing the second half like we did the first half, and I think we should be able to secure a win. But I just need to make sure that I'm smart and we don't hear ourselves. Okay, well there he is, guys, down here. And Cruz changing the right side tires. This guy's a wheel man.
Just past halfway of the Napa Auto Parts 150, presented by the West Coast Stock Car Motorsports Hall of Fame here at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. Team's hard at work down in the pits, and we'll send it down trackside to Tim Huddleston, who's going to cover all the action from the infield.
So our cameraman Corey, so they're working back and forth. So we'll see what second place has to say as Tim works his way over to the 50.
Those are men's shirts right here. I've got a jacket over here, and I've got hoodies.
I had a cord for my. There it is.
All right, here we are down pit with the 50 car. Trevor Huddleston winning the last two. going from 8th in qualifying all the way up to P2. Looks like you got a little trouble. Everything okay?
Yeah, right now the throttle's starting to stick at the end of the straightaway. It's causing us to overdrive the car. And so we're trying to manage the fight for the end of the race.
All right, there he is. Throttle sticking is no joke, ladies and gentlemen. You do not let it go. When a driver lets off the gas, that means he's off the gas. So as a dad, that's something you definitely don't want. So I'm going to tell you, these boys are going to be working on it. Pretty impressive. They went from 8th to 2nd. Here we are, down here, P2.
The 13 of Tyler Reif sits in the 3rd position as Tim's going back and forth right now. See if we could get a word with Tyler coming in, chasing down Sean Hingorani. So nice to get those updates down from the infield. And looks like Tim is walking up to the 13 of Tyler Reif, sits 13. Came into this race 5 points behind Sean Hingorani in the championship.
And here we are down here in 3rd place, Tyler Reif. Dude, I think you got a hot rod. The two teams tuning it up just a little bit. What do you got for him, buddy?
Yeah, we need a little bit more for sure, but I think we'll be all right this second half. Hopefully these 2 right sides will get us dialed in, and hopefully these guys nailed it. We're usually pretty good at this, so hopefully we'll come out on the top tonight. And got 2 fast cars to beat, including your son, so hopefully we can do it.
All right, well, I know you can. This kid's really good, dude. Doesn't matter what he's in. Legend car, late model, ARCA. He's winning races. Here he is, P3 tonight. Todd Souza team, pretty good team. 1, 2, 3 in points. Running 1, 2, 3 in a race. I don't think that's a surprise. Back to you.
Well, I would
keeping us informed down on pit road, and I always like when Tim gets to go and interview
Tim Huddleston.
Pretty good on camera together. We're going to step away for another quick break. When we come back, we'll get set to go back racing to the checkered here at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway.
One of them looking to extend their victory. Now, remember, folks, going into this race, 5 points separated 1st and 2nd. Sean Hingorani came in with the 5-point advantage over Tyler Reif. Now, that was a flip-flop.
All right, we're back on track.
Welcome back to Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. You know, if you are a longtime fan of stock car racing on the West Coast, you recognize the layout of Kern Raceway. It's very similar to the old Mesa Marin,
the successor, basically.
Was located on the east side of Bakersfield that closed, boy, it's already been 19 years, closed way back in 2005. Of course, this racetrack, formerly known as Kern County Raceway Park, now known as
Kevin Harvick's Kern
Raceway, has picked up the baton and run with it, and yeah, certainly a lot of fun to be here tonight. One of the drivers who won a NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race at Old Mesa Marin Raceway, my buddy Randy Tolsma watching tonight. Good to have you watching, Randy. Appreciate you tuning in here live on Flow.
He won the race there in 96, I think, 97. It's on my top 100 closest truck series races. It was in driving the number 61 Dole truck for Express, the first win for Express Motorsports.
Speedway earlier in the summer. Good to have you watching, Randy. Appreciate you tuning in here as we decide this one. Who is going to go to victory lane here tonight? Who's going to end up with the points lead here tonight? If I had to take a guess, just based on what we saw in the first half, pretty solid bet on Sean Hingorani right there. He looked really solid in that opening half. Of course, started from the General Tire pole and led every lap. But as Tyler Reif said, that 13 car generally gets a little stronger in the second half of these races. We'll see if the Central Coast Racing team, Michael Munoz in the team, able to get that 13 car a little closer to the front. Trevor Huddleston dealing with a sticky throttle. Boy, I don't know how Tim Huddleston does it. I get nervous watching other people's kids race. I can imagine watching my son deal with a sticky throttle out there on the racetrack. So we'll see if that 50 car, Jeff Schrader and that team, can handle that throttle issue. And of course, let's not overlook Brent Cruz in that number 20. Cruz knifed his way up through the field, started back in the 10th position, and that car may have been the strongest on the racetrack through the bulk of the first half of this one. So lights still on the pace car. Field has doubled up for the restart. We did see Kyle Keller out of the number 9. There you see the 9 car back in the infield. Unfortunately, the damage a little too heavy on the 9 car, so Kyle Keller will call it an early night here tonight. And that indeed will take a big chunk out of that points gap he had on Eric Johnson Jr. heading into the finale at Phoenix coming up in a couple of weeks.
The rookie points.
Desert Diamond Casino,
or
West
maybe
Valley
just
100 at Phoenix Raceway
points.
Coming up live right here on Flow Racing, Friday, November 8th. Only race left on the West Series schedule after tonight. Mark Wendell bringing the pace car back down onto pit road. And here we go, folks. Second half.
All right, here we go. Green again at Kern County.
50 underway, and again, Hingorani
with a good jump on the inside. Huddleston trying to stick with him on the outside. But Hingorani clears. Tyler Wright trying to come back at him.
For Huddleston, he is right there with him. Everybody trying to get single file,
clear
get to the bottom of the
again.
racetrack. Cole Raz sliding into line behind Brent Cruz and in front of Jack Wood. Some sparks out of Eric Nascimento Jr. as he goes to battle with Isabella Robusto. Isabella in the 55 to the inside of the racetrack. She is in 8th. It's the battle at the back of the top 10.
Ah, Robusto just got wrecked by
We've got
Eric
problems.
Nascimento.
Isabella into the outside
Damn.
wall. Big time problems. Just as we were watching that battle at the back of the top 10, Isabella Robusto into the outside wall. Window net is down. She's
Damn.
going to be done for the day.
That thing was spun right in. Well, I'm not sure that was intentional or
look at
not,
what
but
happened.
the
Keep your
Ford
eye on
just
this
barreled
battle.
into her.
Isabella Robusto in the 55, Eric Nascimento Jr. in the 4.
Enough. Now,
And they come together.
Eric Nassi, yeah,
Isabella
that
back
was
across
that
the
doesn't matter.
racetrack
That's
and into the outside
unacceptable.
wall.
That should be a suspension.
Right there, some contact between Eric Nascimento in the 4 and Isabella nose first into the outside wall. A lot of damage to the left side of the 55.
That's just bad, no matter who it is.
And Isabella Robusto gonna be done. Look at this shot from the speed camera right at start finish.
It doesn't even
Just
get it.
passed
Yeah.
that shot, but you could see that contact developing. And just past the start finish line, Isabella up and into the outside wall. Tough break. She had worked her way up, and there she is. You see her climbing out of the back of the safety vehicle. And I can tell just by reading that body language how disappointed she
I'd be
is.
pissed off.
And Isabella, despite a tough ending tonight, has had, I think she's had some more ups than downs here in 2024. She's finished second in each of the 3 series in the ARCA Menards Series platform, second in the ARCA Menards East at Nashville, second in the ARCA Menards Series at Springfield, and of course she did finish second in the ARCA Menards West at Irwindale on July 4th. Picked up a pole at Kansas Speedway in the ARCA Menards Series. Not the way she wanted to end the night here tonight.
Yeah, no
but,
shit.
I expect we will see a lot out of this young lady going forward. While we do have a slowdown on the racetrack, we're going to step away for 60 seconds. Stay with us, folks. When we come back, we'll go back green flag racing here at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. That was a very quick 60 seconds. We are back here at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. They are still working to clear Isabella Robusto's number 55 after she got together with Eric Nascimento Jr. in the number 4. Isabella coming out on the short end of this stick. Let's take another look at the replay here and we can try to break down what happened here. Didn't see any contact between these two cars leading up to this contact. As there you see Eric Nascimento into the right rear quarter panel. Not much Isabella could do right there, unfortunately for her. She was just along for the ride at that point.
I mean, the 4 could have backed off.
Damage to that left side. You do see the rear end kind of knocked askew there. And Isabella quickly dropped the window net and did climb out. She appeared to be okay. Very disappointed, but did appear to be okay. as that car is towed back to the infield. And once we do get the track cleared, we will line them up and hopefully race us to the checkered flag. Working lap 92. That is a tight turn right there for the tow truck driver. Take one more look at it, and there you do see right there a little contact. Don't know if spotter said she was clear or if Eric didn't want to give her enough racing room there. In any case, two cars do not generally fit in the same spot at the same time, and that is what happened there. Yeah, trying to see if there may have been some contact between those two drivers the lap previous that may have led to that incident, and I don't see any contact there. Not to say that there wasn't, but hard to see any contact between those two drivers leading into this one. Most likely just a little miscommunication. Isabella probably thought she was clear. Eric didn't want to give her that room. When that happens, someone generally ends up with a damaged race car, and unfortunately for Isabella, she's the one on the short end of that stick here. Is the 55 car, we'll call it an early end of the night. And there she is walking back to the pits. A lot of people very high on Isabella Robusto's future in this sport. I am one of them. I think she's going to turn a lot of heads wherever she ends up in 2025. Tough way to end her night here tonight. But, big things ahead for Isabella Robusto. Sean Hingorani continuing to show the way. Trevor Huddleston in second. Brent Cruz now up to third. Tyler Reif fourth, and Cole Raz rounding out the top five. Take one more look at it. Looks like Isabella was clear through turns 3 and 4, but the 4 car got a pretty good run off the top side. Lights off on the pace car.
All right.
So next time by, we will go back green flag racing. Sean Hingorani again to the inside. Trevor Huddleston to the outside. Let's keep an eye on Brent Cruz in the number 20. He is finally to the inside and as close to the leader as he is going to be. Tyler Reif to the outside. There's Cole Raz and Jack Wood. Pace car wisely getting out of the way. I think we're about to see some action between Brent Cruz, Trevor Huddleston, and Sean Hingorani as we come back to green. Just over.
Here we go. Green. At Kern County. Good start for Hingorani again. I don't think Huddleston is.
Brent Cruz.
Nope. Hingorani's going to get away again.
Of Huddleston. Can he make it stick down into 3? Huddleston way up the racetrack. Cruz working that bottom groove. If Cruz can clear Trevor Huddleston, he may have something.
53 laps to go.
Hingorani. Cruz up the racetrack just a little bit. Tyler Reif trying to make it a 3-way battle for position.
Huddleston trying to clear
Huddleston
Cruz.
working that outside lane. Hasn't quite given up the ghost just yet.
Now Huddleston's
He's going to hold
clear
on to second.
again.
Cruz falling back to third. Here comes Tyler Reif in fourth. Oh, Cruz has not given it up. He wants to get by Trevor Huddleston. Ooh, that 20 car looking good off the corner there. He's going to dive to the inside. Ooh, he's going to slide up the racetrack and make contact.
Oh, he's going to almost smack the wall. Oh, God, he falls back to like 6 or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th place behind Jaron Giannini.
Cruz is going to take over second. Huddleston's going to drop out of the top 5.
Didn't see that coming.
All the way back to 7th. Good thing this racetrack is as wide as it is. Trevor Huddleston needed every inch of that asphalt up there in turn 4 that time around. And that save could be another candidate for the Reese's Sweet Move of the race. Don't forget, you can log on to ARCARacing.com Monday, 3 o'clock Eastern Time, noon Pacific, to see who is crowned Reese's Sweet Move of the race tonight here at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway.
Let's see that again.
Look at that one more time.
This is just Cruz getting in there.
Car. Brent Cruz with a great run off of turn 2. He sails it off.
Oh, he got loose and smacked into
Huddleston.
Huddleston.
Just got loose on corner entry. And when he turned it to the right to save it, that's where Huddleston was. Boom, right there. You see that contact, some sparks flying, and nothing Trevor Huddleston could do at that point but just hold on and hope you don't hit the fence. All right, now we've probably got the 2 fastest race cars on the racetrack running first and second. Let's see what the gap is at the front of the field. 0.8 of a second between Sean Hingorani and Brent Cruz. Is Trevor Huddleston now in recovery mode with 45 laps to go? Can he work his way back up into the top 5? To the inside of Jaron Giannini. Huddleston trying to take over 6th. So Cruz still lurking. Now 0.9 of a second behind Sean Hingorani. Hingorani picked up the win here at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway back in April of 2023. Looking to pick up his 2nd victory at this racetrack here tonight. Tyler Reif sitting in 3rd. He has got Jack Wood about 2 car lengths off the back bumper. Cole Raz rounding out the top 5 as we close in on the finish. That has been the gap, give or take, for the last handful of laps.
40 to go.
Ethan Nascimento in the number 21, trying to work his way past Henry Barton in the number 6. These 2 drivers sitting 11th and 12th, but not a battle for position. Ethan in 11th is a lap ahead of Henry in the number 6. So while Ethan is trying to get this track position away from Henry Barton, not a battle for position on the racetrack. Ethan in the number 21, Ethan Nascimento, final car on the lead lap. Henry Barton in the number 6, first car scored 1 lap down. There is another look at Sean Hingorani in the number 15. Working to the outside of Takuma Koga in the number 7. Takuma still back in the 15th position. Here comes Trevor Huddleston on the march towards the front. He has got Cole Raz in his sights.
Back to the top 5 for 5th place.
Sharp looking paint scheme on that number 5. the Jerry Pitts Racing team. Cyclone Renewables Truck Stops colors on that number 5 car. Cole Raz going to give up that position. Trevor Huddleston on the march. He has moved his way back up into 5th. Running out of laps, though. Just 34 to go in the Napa Auto Parts 150. See some 3-wide action there between some of the lap cars. There's Joey Keneally in the number 12.
Last place,
First
well,
time we've seen
19th
Joey on the
place.
racetrack so far tonight.
He's
Joey
been there.
Circulating back in the 14th position. A couple of laps off the pace. Eric Johnson Jr. to the inside of Spencer Davis. That's a battle for position. Eric Johnson Jr. in 8th, Spencer Davis in 9th. There's Rip Michaels. 3-way battle for position right there. Rip started outside the front row.
He fell back at like a stone at the start.
An anchor on the start, but has managed to stay on the lead lap throughout the course of tonight's race. And now Rip Michaels back up into the 9th position. Spencer Davis is going to drop back to 10th. Sean Hingorani now opening up 1.5 seconds on Brent Cruz in 2nd. So that 15 car, thought we might have seen a challenge out of Brent Cruz there.
No, what the heck did you expect to happen?
Sean Hingorani has set sail in that number 15, and he has gapped the field one more time. Hingorani, the reigning ARCA Menards Series West champion, looking to go back-to-back.
Huddleston up to Jack Wood.
Of course, the last time we saw a driver win back-to-back championships in the ARCA Menards West back in 2020 and 2021. When Jesse Love won back-to-back championships. Of course, his 2021 championship in that number 16 car for Bill McAnally Racing. Todd Gilliland also in that 16 car, picking up a pair of back-to-back titles.
Ooh, whoa. Huddleston just knocked Jack Wood,
getting a little
out of the way
there
to get
from
past
Trevor
him.
Huddleston. He's going to move up the racetrack. Give that spot
That was
up. So
mighty
Huddleston
aggressive.
to 4th, Jack Wood back to 5th. Let's take a look at that one more time. Wood doing a nice job.
That was a massive
keeping that car under control.
But
Let's see if we see a little contact there. Ooh. Yep,
like,
right
he tried to wreck
there.
him. What the hell?
We call that the chrome horn. Of course, there hasn't been chrome on these race cars in about 40 years, but us old guys still call it the chrome horn. That save by Jack Wood could be one of the Reese's Sweet Move of the Race candidates. Keep that one in mind. Nice save by Jack Wood as Sean Hingorani, like we could call him the pin setter because he keeps knocking him down as we keep setting him up for him. Maybe not the pin setter, we'll call him Kingpin here tonight. Knocking down the pins as we keep setting him up. He has mowed him down all night long. Working lap 130, and Sean Hingorani has led them all. As we see this battle for position, Rip Michaels to the inside of Eric Johnson Jr. Rip
Battle of mid right there. An old fart versus a young driver who can't drive.
Huddle's doing a nice job keeping that 71 car under control. Want to give a shout out to the driver we saw in that 71 car throughout the most of the 2024 season, Nick Janitis. Nick, understand you're doing a little bit better. Hope to see you back at the racetrack real soon. Nick had a couple of really good runs early in the season, including
less than 20 to go.
A pole earlier in the season. Thought he had a shot to pick up a win at one of those Irwindale races too, but Nick unfortunately did a little sheet time throughout the course of the summer, but good to see him out of the hospital and doing a lot better, and we look to see you back at the racetrack really soon, pal.
Oh, I didn't realize Janitis
nice
is in the
job
hospital.
in your absence, fighting for a good top 10 finish here tonight. Right now,
I was curious why Rick Michaels had been in the car, but okay. Makes sense.
1.2 seconds the gap over his teammate, Brent Cruz. There is Brent in the number 20. He can see him, just don't know if he can get to him at this point. So 15 laps to go. And that is the gap between first and second. He's going to need to pick up about 15 hundredths of a second per lap. There is the battle now for third and fourth. Trevor Huddleston trying to get back up to third, which is where he should be by all rights had he not been knocked up the racetrack in that collision with Brent Cruz. Of course, this could have some points implications. These two drivers in contention for the ARCA Menards West Championship. Tyler sitting in second. Trevor sitting in third. Of course, Trevor about 18 points behind Tyler Reif heading into tonight. Every point that Trevor takes away from Tyler is another point that they're giving to Sean Hingorani. So, like I said, every point, every position matters. Every point could make a difference when we get to Phoenix in a couple of weeks. Desert Diamond Casino, West Valley 100 coming up at Phoenix Raceway.
I'm going to 10 to go as Huddleston is going for third place.
Here on Flow Racing. 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 11:30 p.m. Pacific, as Trevor Huddleston indeed takes over that position. And look at this. Here comes Brent Cruz.
Oh, he's coming there. Come on.
And you see those brakes glowing bright orange. He is driving that car for everything it's worth.
1.9 to go. Come on. Go, Brent. I met you. I met Brent Cruz at, where was it? Lime Rock. Old dude. Come on.
Cruz driving that 20 car for everything it's worth. 9 to go this time around. Make it 8 to go that time by.
4 miles. And he gets Hingorani.
Regroup, or does Brent Cruz have the car to take it to victory lane? Both of those drivers hard on the brakes there into 3. You can see those brake rotors glowing bright orange. Hingorani has led every lap from the pole. But here comes Brent Cruz on the charge. And he has got some slower traffic in front.
6 to go.
With 6 to go. Every one of these cars going to play a role here. Joey Keneally going to move way up the racetrack. He doesn't want to be involved in this battle for the win. Takuma Koga, the next car. He is going to move to the very bottom of the racetrack.
I think the 20's faster, but I don't think he's going to get there.
For Sean Hingorani and Brent Cruz, the battle for the win.
He's definitely not going to get there.
Here in the NAPA Auto Parts 150. Hingorani just a tick quicker that time around.
The way
4 to go.
Hingorani can get, the way Cruz can get through 1 and 2.
Cruz standing on that
really
brake
good.
pedal as he dives it off into 3. He's going to close in.
Oh man, that was
Car
that
length
was
and
a
a half
massive
the
lap.
distance.
3 to go. Oh man.
Cruz is there.
He
was
might.
0.2 of a second quicker that time around.
He could get there.
Coming to 2 to go.
Oh, he got
Cruz
loose.
is loose through the center of turns 3 and 4. It's going to give Hingorani another couple of car lengths here.
That might have been it.
Can Cruz regroup that lost distance?
We got a mile.
Coming to the white flag. This time by a car length and a half. The distance off of turn
It's
4.
not going to be
Hingorani's
enough.
got
White
one
flag
more
is
lap to
out.
go.
Last lap at Kern County.
Another thrilling finish coming up at Kevin Harvick's
Brent Cruz
Kern
is giving
Raceway.
it all
Cruz,
he's got,
a car length
but he's
back
going to
from
come
turns
up
1 and
just
2.
short
What's he got
of the
here?
points
final
leader.
time into
Coming
turns
through 3 and 4.
Can he get there?
Sean
No, he can't.
Hingorani wins the
off
NAPA
of turn
Auto
4.
Parts
He's gonna
150.
pick up the win at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. Brent Cruz coming across in second. Trevor
Damn,
Holston
Fenarini equipment.
coming home in third. 0.3 of a second.
Okay, yeah, that's it for me. All right, race complete. And if I'm awake, the next stream is going to be the MotoGP race at Thailand. I'm realizing that 4 in the morning might have been a big stretch. So, if I'm conscious, it happens. If not, it'll be NASCAR and F1 at the same time, starting at probably around 3 p.m. or so. 2:30 to 3 p.m. Thanks to everybody who showed up for this one. We actually hit the 100 views. So, hope you all enjoy. And I'll see you tomorrow, or really now today at some point. BowserJrXD signing off.